Hey guys, it's your old pal Tony Giles TG here, welcoming you once again back into the record room. Now, I don't know what part of the world you're watching this in, but right now in the UK, it is absolutely freezing cold. It is very cold. Christmas, the winter, it's all happening. It's all coming very, very quickly. And I, for one, have been looking for a way to warm things up, heat things up. And I have to say a big thank you to my friends over at the Ship to Shore Phono for sending over this excellent package of some of their recent city pop reissues. Now, for those of you that don't know what city pop is, essentially it's a Japanese style of music that, I don't want to say it mimics 80s Americana or 80s American, what you would perceive as being like 80s American electronic music, but it's kind of like that. It's kind of part music, part pop, part jazz, part funk, a little bit of, mezzo forte slap bass. A long time ago I played and spoke about the first release that they had done, which just happens to be this record right here, Seaside Lovers, Memories in the Beach House. Now, I spoke about my love for this record. This is an absolutely fantastic record, as you can tell by the fact that I just have it so close to hand. And this continues on in that kind of vein. It's very upbeat. It's very catchy, very memorable, and I'm yet to listen to any single album from the city pop genre that I've picked up from Ship to Shore that hasn't put a big smile on my face. And what we're going to do today is I've pre-split them, but I haven't actually looked inside yet. So I have heard these before. They're available on YouTube. You can check out some samples if you enjoy this video, but we're gonna open these up and take a look at them and yeah, get our city pop on. Okay guys, let's open some city pop. Now, as I said before, I have split them so I don't have to fumble about with cards or knives or anything. So let's just put these to one side and we'll go with Summer Breeze to start with. I love that record cover. Look at that. Is that not quintessential 80s? It just is. I absolutely love it. First vinyl reissue of the 1983 Japanese city pop classic. Newly remastered for vinyl, includes a 24 by 24 fold out poster. I don't know, maybe the record room can use a little Summer Breeze. Who knows? But there you go. This is front and back of the record. Let's take the shrink wrap off because I don't keep shrink wrap on my records for the sole purpose of shrink wrap doing its job. Shrink wrap is meant to shrink and hold things in, and even if it's split at the side, it can still cause your covers to bow or shrink in a little bit. So I do take them off and I put them in protective covers. Some people do, some people don't. The choice is yours. Now let's take a look. Let's have a look at the poster first. When I was a kid growing up, as you do as a child, one of the things I always loved American things. I was obsessed with American television, American music, all of that good stuff. And I grew up in the 80s, and for me, there was nothing finer than like American action films or Beverly Hills 90210, that kind of a thing. So I always wanted to visit America in the 80s. Unfortunately, I never did. I didn't actually make it to the States until the early 90s. But listening to these records, even though they're from Japan, it puts me in that frame of mind. It really does. So we've got this fantastic poster, which is the front cover. So if you're enamored with the record as much as I am, you can stick the poster on your wall. Entirely up to you. And it's nice to see another nice polyline sleeve. I love it when records have polyline sleeves. And this comes on a nice trans blue vinyl and a pretty cool, you got like a bluey green label there as well, which is pretty cool. So, and different color labels on different sides, which is pretty neat. I've heard this record before and it's just superb. It's exactly how the cover looks is how the record sounds, if that makes sense. It's just if you want this, listen to this. That's what you want. So trust me, young TG living out his American dream. I'm doing it through Japanese city pop. Now the next pick is Sahara. Sahara, where young love is as hot as the desert sand. Wow. Doesn't get much better than that, my friends. This is Ri Murakami. And the sticker says, first ever vinyl reissue of the 1984 Japanese city pop classic, newly remastered from the original archival masters, limited edition coloured vinyl. And this one again includes a 24 by 24 poster. I'll take a look at the back cover there. I don't know what this thing is here, wrapped in bandages or sheets, but it's cool. I like it. It's so different. That's what I like about Japanese music or Japanese releases. They tend to do something a little bit different that you don't see in the Western world, which, yeah, I gotta say, I am a fan. And I've heard one song from this. I heard the first track, which was Fall in Love. And it's very different from what I was expecting, very different. So I will be digging into this one. Let me get rid of this shrink wrap. We don't need no stinking shrink wrap. We'll get rid of this. Nicely done. And there we go. And we'll fold this out. Just so you can see. And there we go. Ri Murakami and friend. I don't know what this is, but I like it. I want it on a t-shirt. I want this album cover on a t-shirt. I think that would be pretty neat. And then the album itself, again, this comes on colored vinyl, and this one is, this one's a really nice white vinyl release. Look at that. That is sparkling and shining. And I can't wait to dig into this one, rather. I will have dug into it on the next episode of the Record Room I record. So I will, of course, report back on these releases. And here we go. This is the second album from Piper. This is Gentle Breeze. Now, I've actually listened to this one quite a few times on YouTube. And this is, much like with Summer Breeze, the cover's kind of misleading because it looks like an old kind of American fire truck left in the woods, not rotting, but you know, there's snow all around, and there's nothing gentle about this image. It looks cold, but the music on it warms my heart. It's so fantastically good, so catchy, and just gets me in that Miami Vice frame of mind. We'll take a look at the back there. It's nice. You see, this is more like it, you know, a pool, a couple of leaves floating. Very, very relaxing. That's how I would describe these records. Very relaxing. You can put them on and just, I feel good. You know, world's going to heck right now, but it's all good. As long as there's good music in the world and people releasing good records, we'll be okay. Piper Gentle Breeze, first vinyl reissue of the 1983 Japanese city pop classic, newly remastered for vinyl. Once again, includes a 24 by 24 fold-out poster. And again, I mean, I don't know if you guys out there, I mean, I do occasionally use the posters. I do occasionally frame them, not very often. I don't know if I would prefer a download code over a poster, but I know sometimes that's not possible with digital rights and things like that, but the posters are nice to have, that I will say. And the artwork on these city pop records is very strange, very unusual, very unlike anything you get in the West, as I just mentioned. So there you go, Piper Gentle Breeze, that's the top. And then that's the bottom. It's a nicely made poster and the image fits really well, so kudos to Ship to Shore for including the posters as well. And this one, this is pressed on. Oh, this is very cool. This is a clear with white splatter, and my version, it looks like it's like a half and half or a 2/3. You can see there that there is no splatter on this this portion, which is very neat indeed. Yeah, look at that. That is pretty nifty. And as the weather gets colder and colder here in the UK. This is the kind of thing that I'm going to be listening to kind of warm the loins, warm myself up, you know, as winter approaches. This is the final album in my recent batch of city pop editions. This is Momoko, Kakuchi and Adventure. This one, I haven't heard anything on this one at all. I haven't listened to any samples, and I purposely did that. I wanted to, I love the look of the cover. And so I thought, you know what, I'm not going to spoil any of this. I just want to listen to it fresh, which I do with a lot of records. I won't listen to samples online. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. The most recent Deftones album, I think I waited like 3 weeks to actually listen to it because I was waiting for the right time to listen, spin a vinyl copy. And once I did, I wasn't disappointed at all. But this is, I just love this image. It's such a beautiful, beautiful picture. You got the back cover there as well. And hats off to Aaron and Justin from Ship to Shore for discovering this wonderful, you know, genre of music. I don't know if this is still a thing in Japan. I'd like to think that maybe it is. But if it's not, I'm hoping that these records cause, you know, start a revival, because it would be fantastic to hear more and more of this stuff. And I'm sure the Ship to Shore guys are probably working on more as we speak. And this one, there's no hype sticker on the front, but this one has another beautiful poster. Beautiful, beautiful poster of the cover image with no text as well. So that's pretty ace. I'm a fan of this, featuring Momoko Kakuchi. I don't know if Momoko was just a recording artist or someone they hired for this record. I do not know, but this, oh wow, that's very nice. It's like a purpley lilac, pinkish color. Very neat, very neat. I am very much looking forward to digging into this. I love the airplane on the label as well. Not something you see every day. So yeah, I'm looking forward to digging into all of these fantastic city pop albums. So thank you, of course, to the guys at Ship to Shore for bolstering my city pop collection. I will be discussing these albums, I should say, on an upcoming episode of The Record Room. So if you've enjoyed me unboxing these, be sure to tune in for the second part, where I can tell you what they actually sound like. I already know these are going to be good, already know these are going to be well and truly up my street, so it will just be sharing that with you. But for now, hope you guys are doing well out there. I hope you're staying sane in the pandemic. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, stay gold, and spin those blackest circles.